our meditation on the larger Catechism, we'll look at question number 22 this morning. I'll read for you the question and then the answer. Did all mankind fall in that first transgression? The answer: the covenant being made with Adam as a public person, not for himself only, but for his posterity, all mankind descending from him by ordinary generation sinned in him, and fell with him in that first transgression. The larger Catechism presents us with an idea of Adam as being in a unique position. He was a public person, the Catechism says, the federal head, if you will, or the corporate head of our humanity. The actions that he took in the Garden of Eden were not simply actions that influenced himself or even he and his wife Eve, but they had an impact on all of his descendants. He acted on their behalf. Some might quarrel with this arrangement and wonder why God set up the world in this way. Why does Adam's actions in the Garden of Eden have an impact on us, such that our natures have been influenced and affected irrevocably by Adam's actions long ago? Why should we be judged because of what Adam has done for us long ago? Well, we may quarrel with that, and admittedly it is a different arrangement from what we saw with the way in which God made the angels. The angels individually respond to God. Some obey, some disobey, and they are rewarded accordingly. Here in the garden, Adam acts as a public person, and his actions represent all of humanity that would follow after him. And note, it is Adam's actions, not those of Eve. Adam is the one who's responsible. It's Adam's sin that is passed on to us through the generations. God arranged our humanity in this way, not only so that we would have this idea of corporate solidarity with Adam and be joined with him in his actions, but also so that we could be saved from Adam's sin. Because just as Adam was our federal head and representative, so also Jesus Christ is our head and representative. And by his actions, his obedience, by going to the cross and dying for sin, he could stand there at the cross for all of his people and represent them. And his actions would be passed on to us. We see this indicated in the Scriptures, especially in Romans chapter 5, where the Apostle Paul talks about Adam, on the one hand, his one disobedient act influencing all, and through him sin and death have passed on to all. And then also Christ's one act of righteousness being passed on to us. Not all churches recognize this point of view. The Roman Catholic Church recognizes some influence from original sin, but it basically says that we are put in a position of moral neutrality. Our original righteousness has been reduced. Our special standing, if you will, before God, our spiritual natures have been reduced, and we are now natural creatures who act on our own. The Catechism presents a different position. We are tainted by our sin. We are corrupted by our sin. Our natures are determined by that sinfulness. And so they act in accord with that sinfulness. We are not morally neutral, able to do good and to do evil. We are only able to do evil except God in his mercy deliver us from our sins and bring us to a saving knowledge of his Son, Jesus Christ. So we have sinned in Adam, fell with him in that first transgression.